Welcome back to Dreamin' Dragons. You're beautiful, it's true. You've seen the pictures online, or maybe even in your garden. But I know if you're anything like how I was when I kicked off my gardening journey, all you see is a pretty flower, and the idea of having to get pollen from somewhere and put pollen somewhere else to get a fruit seemed overwhelming and confusing. Time to judge a book by its damn pretty cover. Dragon fruit flowers are monoecious. This means they contain both male and female organs. Some have self-compatible pollen, also known as self-fertile varieties, whereas some have incompatible pollen, self-sterile, and rely on cross-pollination for the development of fruit. Let's start in the middle and work our way out. The pistil, or female part, marks the center of our flower. This consists of the stigma and the style. That weird little octopus tentacle thing in the middle of our flower, that's the stigma. It's essentially the landing pad of the flower. This funky part radiates from the rim of the tubular style, and as our flower blooms, it opens up to expose the opening of the style. The bigger and more broadly it opens up, the bigger the catchment area for our pollen to get dumped or caught for pollination. The stylish style is the long tubey thing that connects our stigma to the ovary at the base of the flower. Its length and girth varies between varieties. This tube is our pollination pathway where our germinated pollen travels to fertilize our dragons. Now let's move a little further out to the boy bits. Our flower contains hundreds of stamen. The stamen are made up of hundreds of bristle-like filaments. These are arranged in spiral patterns and pop out of the inner surface of the floral tube. At the end of our filament we have our anthers. These little golden specks are the pollen factory of our flower. The length, density, and pollen production will vary between varieties. Some are pollen bombs, and some just bomb out and produce nothing. This is the part you'll need to give a dust to collect your pollen. Now to the edges and our show-stopping petals. The flower perianth, or the not reproductive part of the dragon fruit flower, is formed by two types of petals. We've got our sepaloid tepals. These are the ones that cover the floral tube, the part that pokes off the branch, usually greeny gold in color. Then we've got our petaloid tepals. These are the ones that attach around the rim of the flower cup. More specifically, these are the pretty parts of the flower. Pinks, purples, creams, golds, whites, oh yes, bright, vibrant, attracts pollinators, social media follows, and just about anyone or anything else that lays its eyes on them. That's pretty much our flower in a nutshell. Pollen comes from our male part, the stamen, made up of the filaments and anthers. This pollen is to be deposited on the pistil or female part in the stigma and transported through the style. But to be fair, name tags aside, the flowers are absolutely incredible, a real showstopper, and I really just wanted an excuse to put together a video of some pretty flowers I've filmed. And finally, if you've enjoyed or found this video interesting, please drop me a like as well as subscribing to my channel. It will do wonders to help spread my content to the wider dragon fruiting community, plus will help you keep up to date with all the dragon fruity goodness we have going on here. Cheers guys!